They're all set. And they're away for this Coral Kingsome Handicap, which starts off the third day of the Qatar Goodwood Festival, and Finn's Charm straight into the lead from Crackshot in the pink jacket. Royal Rhyme is right there as well, and then to the outside Garden Route, and wider out is Entrancement. Tracking extremely wide is Promoter in the hands of Rob Hornby in the green jacket with the lighter cap. Just behind the leaders is Al Sakib and Silver Sword and Killybegs Warrior and Coverdale, as they continue to race across the course towards the top of the race course. Perfuse is further back on the inside, Ryan Moore, and then towards the rear of the field are Goldsborough, one of the back markers. Theory of Everything is another one, and Baltic Voyage. Finn's Charm leading them as they climb now to the 6 furlong marker. Finn's Charm leading the way to Crackshot in second place. Entrancement up on the outside of Have Secret, and then Royal Rhyme. Garden Route is just behind those from Silver Sword, in behind those with Al Sakib. Then Perfuse right round the inside, the favourite. Pink Cap, he's got a white blaze in the hands of Ryan Moore, followed by Coverdale, Theory of Everything, and then Goldsborough on the inside. Killybegs Warrior, Promoter still out wide, and Baltic Voyage down the hill and swinging a right-hander, and soon they'll come to the rail cutaway, which is about 3.5 furlongs or so from the finish. Should give them plenty of room, and it's Finn's Charm on the inside of Crackshot. Then on the outside of these, Entrancement, Royal Rhyme behind them. Then on the inside is Have Secret, and then back to Al Sakib, and out wide is Silver Sword. Perfuse is behind a lot of horses at the moment. We'll need a lot of luck and might not be going well enough anyway as they run down towards the final quarter mile, and Royal Rhyme coming there strongly on the outside of Crackshot. Royal Rhyme has come through to take it up from Crackshot. Then the fading Finn's Charm. Have Secret runs on with Coverdale, Al Sakib and Silver Sword, but this is all over surely. It's Royal Rhyme making sweet music on the way to the line here. Royal Rhyme by 6, 7, 8 lengths and routs them. Royal Rhyme wins very impressively under Clifford Lee from Have Secret in second, Al Sakib in third, then Coverdale. The Markel Richmond Stakes Group 2, and they jump away. Ballymount Boy a little bit slow to stride and went slightly to his right. Toca Madera well away towards the left. Down the centre, Sketch in the black cap showing speed. Hala Amarati is tracking Toca Madera with Van Dijk held up behind that pair. They're followed on the right by Bobsleigh, a bit off the pace, along with Nazalan and Ballymount Boy. Not an overly fast pace perhaps through the first furlong and a half or so, and now they're stretching on down the hill, and it's Toca Madera from Hala Emirati and Sketch on the right. Van Dijk still getting cover behind Toca Madera in the black and yellow stripes to the far side. Then Ballymount Boy, Nazalan in the green and pink jacket and the red jacketed Bobsleigh at the back of the field, heading on now towards the final quarter mile, and Van Dijk's got plenty of daylight on that far side. Toca Madera still probably just leads the way. Down the near side, Sketch from Hala Emirati. Van Dijk begins to pick up quite stylishly. Far side drifting across to the far side though. Ballymount Boy is running on with Toca Madera now reduced to third. It's Van Dijk that leads. Good run from Ballymount Boy in second, trying to close on this leader, but Van Dijk is going to prove too good and follows up that debut Nottingham win to land the Richmond. From Ballymount Boy in second, Toca Madera back in third, Hala Emirati, Bobsleigh, Sketch and Nazalan. And off for this Group 3 John Pearce Racing Gordon Stakes, starting off racing uphill towards the far corner, Oak Tree Corner. Canberra Legend on the inside of Chess Piece in the all blue colours. Artistic Star is prominent. Espionage rather wide into this first right-hander with Ryan Moore looking across, maybe going to try and get some cover. Burdett Road and Desert Hero is held up in last place as Chess Piece now takes over. From in second, Artistic Star. Canberra Legend round the inside of Espionage. Burdett Road in fifth place and 2 lengths to Desert Hero. Heading now along the back straight in these very early stages of this mile-and-a-half contest, and it's Chess Piece and James Doyle by about a neck to Artistic Star and Rob Hornby in second. A length and a half away to Espionage and Canberra Legend almost together from Burdett Road, and then Tom Marquand in the Royal Colours on Desert Hero. On they go, and soon they'll be racing uphill towards the top turn. And Chess Piece by a length, striding out well, going up the hill from Artistic Star. Canberra Legend waited with in third, along with Espionage, then Burdett Road and Desert Hero still looking on last of the 6. Racing on towards the final 6 furlongs now, passing the 3/4 mile pole, and it's Chess Piece that's going to swing on first down the hill. Chess Piece from Artistic Star. Canberra Legend and Espionage, a half length behind Canberra Legend, and then 2 lengths to Desert Hero creeping around the inside of Burdett Road. On the descent now towards the final right-hander, with about a half mile or so still to cover, and Chess Piece trying to dominate from the front and appears just to be upping the ante slightly going down the hill there. Has kicked 2 lengths, 2.5 lengths clear of Artistic Star. Then Canberra Legend, Espionage, Burdett Road now appearing on the scene on the outside in the yellow jacket, followed by Desert Hero. Down towards the final 2.5 furlongs in this John Pearce Racing Gordon Stakes. Chess Piece now hard driven to try and repel the challenge of Artistic Star. In behind them Burdett Road. Desert Hero's going well, but will need a gap. Then Canberra Legend on the far side from Espionage. Chess Piece still the leader. Desert Hero spying a gap. Tom Marquand switching to the inside with Canberra Legend. It's Chess Piece challenged now by Desert Hero as they race inside the final furlong. Chess Piece on the near side. Desert Hero is thrusting home on the far side. Desert Hero getting up, and the Royal Ascot Hero wins now at Goodwood. It's Desert Hero for the King and the Queen, winning the Gordon Stakes. In Chess Piece in second, then in third Canberra Legend, followed home by Artistic Star, Burdett Road and Espionage. And they're off for this eagerly awaited Qatar Nassau Stakes. Blue Rose Sen on the inside running rail, preceded by Above the Curve at what looks to be a fairly steady pace through the first furlong. Al Husn now goes second from Blue Rose Sen. Then Carnarvon, followed by Never Ending Story, and Holly Doyle has dropped out Nashua in last place in these very early stages and will be a good 7 or 8 lengths behind the leader, which is Above the Curve in the hands of Ryan Moore. Blue Rose Sen and Al Husn racing almost together. Then Never Ending Story in the pink jacket, the inside of Carnarvon, and 2.5, 3 lengths back to Nashua. Racing up the hill and on towards the final 6.5 furlongs, and Above the Curve leads the way. Al Husn is a close second, and then Blue Rose Sen round the inside, Carnarvon, and they're followed by Never Ending Story, and Nashua is still the back marker. About to turn right-handed at the highest point on the racecourse, and then the race will really begin in earnest, running on down the hill towards the home straight. And Above the Curve, who's had a pretty soft lead here from Al Husn in second. Blue Rose Sen in behind in third, on the inside Carnarvon, then Never Ending Story and Nashua. About to turn round the final little right-hander, and here's where it's about to unfold, and it's Above the Curve by a length to Al Husn now getting closer. Blue Rose Sen on the inside as they race towards the cutaway. Carnarvon and then Never Ending Story, and Nashua is still at the back of the field. Blue Rose Sen went for the gap up the rail, but the door was closed by Ryan Moore on Above the Curve, and it's Above the Curve and Al Husn. Blue Rose Sen has got to get out of trouble over there from Never Ending Story, and then Carnarvon, and here comes Holly. Holly's coming down the outside on Nashua, and Nashua really picking up, and Blue Rose Sen is imprisoned on the inside as they race down to the final furlong. Above the Curve, Al Husn. Nashua storming down the outside, needs to find a little bit more. Then Blue Rose Sen, they race into the closing stages. Al Husn from Nashua and Blue Rose Sen, and it's Al Husn, further Group 1 glory for Shadwell and Jim Crowley. Al Husn has won the Nassau, and they're off, away they go. And Gray's in the centre in the dark blue jacket, dark blue cap, fairly handy in the early stages, with going forward Lincoln Legacy, also in the yellow jacket Ballon d'Or. Doddy's Impact is out wide. Green sleeves of Gamron, followed by Count Palatine just behind Gray's in. And then after those is Mission to Moon in the King Power colours. On the inside then Gamron in the red, white sleeves, Bits and Bob's red jacket, Condi out wide, Saracana, Macanudo and Phone Tag at the rear of the field. Swinging right-handed then, and it's Lincoln Legacy that leads to Ballon d'Or. Then on the inside is Maroof. Gray's in is well poised. Then Count Palatine and Mission to Moon and Doddy's Impact. Gamron next in front of Conde, who's of course pushed towards the outside. Conde in the purple sleeves, followed by the purple jacketed Macanudo, and still towards the rear is Phone Tag as they run down the home straight. Lincoln Legacy is trying to shake off one or two here. Maroof challenging second. Right there, then Ballon d'Or, then Gray's in towards the outside, and then wider still is Mission to Moon and Count Palatine as they run down inside the final quarter mile. And Mission to Moon and Gray's in. These two going on just ahead now. Ballon d'Or, Lincoln Legacy on the far side, and it's Mission to Moon who's picking up best here from the favourite Gray's in as they race on inside the final half furlong. And Mission to Moon in the hands of David Egan is stretching away and goes 3-4 lengths clear of the running on Gamron in second. Mission to Moon wins, Gamron second, Gray's in only third, just ahead of Phone Tag. And they're off away, and fast into stride was Glenfinnan in the dark blue sleeves from a wide draw, showing plenty of dash early on in the hands of O'Shea Murphy, followed by Ottoman Prince going forward, and the yellow and black spots is Naval Academy. Then Sky Sail just behind Merry Minister, and behind those then is Spiora Delta, and John Child VC in white sleeves on the inside. Nova's the favourite in the noseband, purple jacket on the inside, probably about 7th or 8th at the moment, followed then by Can in the rain, and further back Lunatic, Man of Eden on the inside, Roaring Success, Wild Fell, and towards the rear Dream of Mischief with Metal Merchant and Monopolise, and Sea Eagle is the back marker. Glenfinnan leads the way by a length and a half. Naval Academy now going into second place from Ottoman Prince in third. They are followed then by John Child VC on the inside of Sky Sail. And then Novus coming rather wide is Merry Minister as they start down the home run. Glenfinnan diving across to the far running rail has dominated the race so far. Can he keep it going though? Coming home well, Naval Academy now with Sky Sail, John Child VC. Novus getting notably short of room there, completely blocked out. Wild Fell up the inside, Novus in behind Wild Fell. Looking wider, Lunatic coming with a run down the outside from Ottoman Prince, and now Wildfell gets through on the far side from John Child VC. Novus is recovering in the noseband, coming through again for a second bite at the cherry, with Man of Eden running on well as well. Wildfell from Novus, and on the near side Man of Eden as they race inside the final furlong. Oh, this is a great win by Novus, completely blocked at one stage and has recovered to win in the hands of Tom Quealy. From Wildfell in second, then in third Man of Eden, John Child VC, Metal Merchant. Here we go, they're ready to roll here for the Tatler British EBF Maiden Fillies Stakes. Away they jump. Really darn hot, a little slow towards the outside. Going forward, Happy Hadada in a green cap, True Wisdom in the silver silks, and towards the inside, Shade and Joy. And the favourite, Orna Liar, has a very good early position in the purple Ammo Racing colours as they run towards a right-hander slightly uphill. And it's Shade and Joy from Orna Liar. And then on the inside is Classical Song from Gazyard, True Wisdom, Happy Hadada. Just behind those black, white, red cap is Frankie Dettori on Get Jiggy With It, just towards the outside of Imperial Express. O'Shea Murphy the inside, red jacket with the brown cap. Further back in between us, and then Eleftheria, Memora Bay and Unreal Connection, and Really Darn Hot, who didn't get away too well, is last of all. Shade and Joy leads the way. Orna Liar very close indeed, the market leader from True Wisdom. Then Classical Song and Gazyar, Imperial Express, the inside. Here comes Get Jiggy With It now, being pushed along by Frankie Dettori to lay down a challenge. Orna Liar gets to the lead fairly readily from Get Jiggy With It. Then Shade and Joy out wide. Happy Hadada is running a big race, but they run down to the final furlong, and Orna Liar is now being asked to open up and kicks 3-4 lengths clear of Get Jiggy With It. Then Classical Song running on nicely from the back, but inside the final furlong, it's Orna Liar from Get Jiggy With It. The margin down a little bit, but Orna Liar's keeping going well and will justify her position at the top of the market. Wins nicely. Classical Song very much the one to note, running on well on the far side of Get Jiggy With It, and then Eleftheria through for fourth. They're off. Racing Rogue Spirit came out well. Red jacket, Democracy Dilemma also to the fore, and the green jacketed JM Jungle, another bar in yellow and white. And on the far side, the Thames Boatman all in the firing line. But Democracy Dilemma, probably the overall leader. Holcomb Bay is handy in the dark blue jacket with the grey Desperate Hero. Down the centre, Rogue Spirit still from Thunder Moor, and then JM Jungle working across to the left, another bar, and on the extreme left, the Thames Boatman. Chasing them, Lakota Blue and Estate, and at the back, track Desert Games. Heading on now inside the final quarter mile, and they are spread right across the course. The Thames boatman on the far side, JM Jungle over there with another bar. Down this near side, Desperate Hero chasing Democracy Dilemma. JM Jungle coming through strongly now on the far side to lead over there from another bar, and the Thames boatman. Lakota Blue stays on. Down the near side then is Desperate Hero. JM Jungle chased down by Lakota Blue. It's JM Jungle by a length to Lakota Blue, and JM Jungle wins in the hands of Jason Hart. From Lakota Blue, another bar third. Fourth, well, Desert Games running on well down the near side. Far side, the Thames boatman.